Hey everybody, Caleb Crew here with Caleb Crew Reports and Predicts. Today we're going to go over the U.S. presidential map. As I'm starting here, we're less than 2 weeks from the election, so I'll do a video on it this week and also next week, right before the election. Do a final video and prediction next week. As you can see here, right now we have my map from the last time, and we're going to go through some of these polls. Quick announcement: if you guys would like to see my interview with the former Speaker of the Virginia House of Delegates, Kurt Cox, who's running for governor next year, be sure to check that out on my channel. And we have some European elections as well. I'm going to start covering after the presidential election, so there is going to be an announcement video on that. So let's just dive into Nevada. If we come down here to Nevada, we see that Biden's leading by 6.5, and where Nevada actually overpolled Trump in 2016, I want to go ahead and say that he will win, that Biden will win Nevada as it stands. And let's go up here to Arizona. If we come up here to Arizona, we see that Biden is leading by 3.9 points. It's some of the recent polling. That's on the average. Some of the recent polling is breaking a little towards Biden. I'm going to say at this stage, Biden may actually pick up Arizona, although I'm just doing that based on the polling. Although I do think Trump will end up winning Arizona, but I think right now, based on the polling, it does look like Biden is going to win Arizona. Let's go over to Texas. That's a big battleground state. That's shaping up. And the reason I say Arizona right now looks like Biden is you take in the Senate race where the Democrats are just romping at home. Trump is still up in Texas by a point, so I want to say that he's going to keep Texas. And also, if you look at the Senate polls there, the Republican John Cornyn is up as well, so that looks like a better state. Iowa is still, I think, probably one of the top battleground states. The Senate race and the presidential race are extremely close. Biden's up on average by 0.4%. But I'm actually going to say that the president will keep Iowa. And now we'll move up into Minnesota, which is another big battleground state. And at one point, that Senate race looked a little close, but Minnesota's kind of branching out. It was really close when I did my last video, but now it's about 9.1 points that it looks like Biden has opened up a big lead in Minnesota, and I will go ahead and say that he will win Minnesota. We're going to come down here to, we left one off before we get to Wisconsin. We're going to do Nebraska. That second congressional district in Nebraska is very important. We look, let's go down to Nebraska 2. That's what we're looking for. Well, you can't really see it. Let's see if we can get some polling here on Nebraska too. I was actually looking at the congressional election there, and it was a little close. And the last one we had Biden up by a lot in Nebraska too. Here's one that has him up by 7, 6, 7. But I feel like Trump will probably, these are some older polls. The congressional race is close there, so I actually will say Trump will probably win the Nebraska 2nd district. We'll just make that whole state the same color. Now we'll go over here to Wisconsin. And if you go into Wisconsin, as you can see, Biden's up by 7.2. And I think, yeah, I had him winning. I think he will still win Wisconsin. And we'll go to Michigan, where as well he's up by about the same he is in Biden's up about the same in Michigan as he is in Wisconsin. And while I do think that Trump does overperform his poll numbers, most places it's 2 or 3 points. It depends. Sometimes he doesn't. But I also think that you take in these Midwest states, he'll outperform more, but it's just not looking the best. And then we come down here to Ohio. And Trump is up in Ohio by 0.3, and I think he'll keep Ohio. I'm not very out of all the states for the president. Ohio probably is one of the states he's not the most concerned about. Pennsylvania, the polling there has about 6.5% for Biden, but I still think that Trump will. I mean, if you look at some of these recent polls, it's within 4 points, some within a point. I really think the president is going to win in Pennsylvania. We go over to North Carolina, where it's Biden's up by 3 points there, but I think the president is going to outperform that as well and win in North Carolina. And then if we come down to Georgia, we have to hit Florida too. We don't want to miss Florida. Georgia, Biden's up by 1 point, but there were some polls that showed Stacey Abrams winning, and it was a nail biter, but Kemp won the governor's race in 18, so I feel like that Trump will do that as well. And Florida has been tightened up a lot considerably. Trump's only about 3.5 down. I do think that he will win Florida. So with that, and I think he's going to win Maine too. We didn't really go over that, but that's so what we have is the president and Vice President Biden tied at 269, which would send it most likely into the House of Representatives. But that's what I have now. If you guys, like I said, I have a Senate video like this coming out. I'll next week do another video detailing the presidential race, and then before it's all done, we also have some European elections, and you'll see an announcement. I'll do an announcement covering the European time frame. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and have a great day.